Welcome back, brothers and sisters of Christ. My name is Brianna and I'm back with another video. For today's video is you never know how good you got it. So you never know how good you got something until you lose it, baby. You know, for an example, maybe a great romantic partnership that you took for granted. Maybe like being healthy when you get sick and you realize you took your health for granted. I'm sure we all had those times where one thing that is so frustrating is when you get sick and you have a stuffy nose and you can't breathe. And you just start thinking about all the times when you can breathe and like, oh my goodness, I took that for granted. I wish I was still, I can't wait till I ain't sick no more. And then when you realize that you ain't sick no more and you can breathe, you be like, oh, thank God. Like, just a lot of things that we take for granted. There's so many things we take for granted and don't truly know how good we got it until we lose it. Until it's not available anymore to us. But the number one example of this is God. You know, we just don't understand how good we got it with having God in our lives until we lose him in our relationship with him. We are used to him being there anytime we need him. We never experienced life without him, so we don't even know what that feels like. Like, imagine if God didn't exist. We don't even know a world like that. You know, there might be times God will get a little silent on us, but he still be working behind the scenes. But just imagine if God did not exist at all. But some people do know how this feels. To be handed over to their sins. And from what I heard, is obviously not a good feeling at all. So it makes them realize they need to go back to Jesus. You know, it makes them realize prior how the Lord was with them the whole time. It makes them realize that they took the Lord for granted. You know, 9 times out of 10 after that experience, they will never take the Lord for granted again. You know what I'm saying? Like when you lose something and you get it back, oh baby, you cherish that and you keep it close to your heart, because once you experience life without it, whether it's like a mate or something, you get that mate back that treated you good, baby, you ain't gonna be wanting to do nothing to lose that mate. So I'm sure that's how people be when it comes to their relationship with God. When they took their relationship with God for granted and they end up building their relationship back up with the Lord, they ain't willing to do nothing to. Okay, one of my alarms went off. And I'm gonna be honest, it's almost as if most humans have to go through hardships in order to appreciate God and his presence in our lives. You know, why do y'all think most people call on God at their lowest? Why do you think God is almost always the last resort and option? Even unbelievers call on God when things get too bad. Imagine not having a God to call on or turn to when things get too hard and you just have to see it through without any divine help. As I mentioned before, baby, we wouldn't make it. We would not make it because we can barely handle life sometimes with God being present. Because we get so overwhelmed because we're humans. You know what I mean? We have all these emotions. It's not because God is not doing anything. It's just because we get overwhelmed. We don't know how to deal and handle. Like, we literally need the Lord. And so take a moment and think about a life without God. I mean, take a moment and think about a life without God. Imagine not being able to get on your knees and pray to God when times done got too hard, when you done took a hard loss and you don't know how to deal, you don't know how to cope, you dealing with an addiction you can't break the chains from, and you can't pray to God. You finna get evicted. You don't know how this money about to come across. You finna lose your mind. You need sanity. You need peace. Imagine not having the Lord to call on, baby. Can y'all, the world is already bad. You know? Imagine if there wasn't a God. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I can't. The only peace that we have is when you have a real relationship with the Lord. So those of us who are at peace and have a relationship with the Lord, baby, we done been in the world before, so we seen how it was, even though the Lord still had his hand on us. So that's the thing. The Lord be having his hand on us when we're in the world, okay? And we still be feeling wrapped. We still go through, like, life be hard. Life be lifing. So we still go through things. And the Lord is present. You know, that's just life. But imagine if the Lord wasn't present, baby. And the things that we go through, we think it's bad, but we don't even realize it could have been worse if the Lord hand wasn't. If the Lord wasn't present. So I need y'all to think about a life without God. Oh my goodness, we take him for granted. We do not know how good we got it until we lose it. We don't know how good we got having a relationship with God, having God present. Oh my goodness, and there's people that don't even pay him no mind, don't talk to him, don't say nothing to him, people that use him and abuse him. Don't take God for granted, y'all. Oh my goodness. Like, it's just so crazy because we literally don't know the world without God. We don't understand how good we got it. We don't know how bad it would be if God was not present. So take a moment to think about that. But if this word is not for you, it's for somebody else. Remember, I'm telling y'all because I love y'all. God bless.